Bonjour! Oh my goodness. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Yeah. Bonjour Boners. ¿Cómo estás? I hope bien. Excuse me if I have anything in my teeth because I just had the most hobo. This is Get Wood. I'm Jess Wood. I'm your hostess, and I'm here for about 30 some odd minutes with some odd stories to hopefully make you laugh and make you forget about all the madness that's going on in the world. Um, but just to start this off with my food intake, I just ate like a hobo meal. That's what I figure it is. Do you remember hobos when they got on the trains and they rode the trains? I also have a thing for them. I have a thing for hobo. Like I don't want to anymore, but I think I just like a man who's out and about and doesn't need to have one stationary spot. I don't know. Anyway, I had a hobo meal. What is a hobo meal? I'll tell you right now. It consists of a can, like a can that looks like a sardine can, but it's filled with smoked mussels. Have you had these? Have you had these smoked mussels? Oh, fucking A. I'm gonna do the theme song in a second, but god damn it, I was orgasming in the kitchen, and thank God I'm the only one that can give myself an orgasm today on VD. What? Happy VD. So I was orgasmically eating smoked mussels from a can. Eating mussels from a shell. It was so good. And I feel like all the omegas are like pump, 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 pump it up. Anyway, hello, hi, and welcome to Get Wood podcast. My name is Jess Wood, and I am your host. I said that before, but you know me, I'll say it again. I have all the things undiagnosed. Gen X is undiagnosed, ADHD, OCD, menisomania, Millisomnia with the sound. Anyway, let's theme song it out because so many of you are so cute about missing the theme song when I don't do it. So here we go. Big shout out to my girl from the UK starting us off. Big Bud. What is the matter with me? I sometimes it's really hard to look at yourself in the camera, front facing. How do you do? This is everybody look. Okay. I've been doing it for years. What the fuck is the matter? Nothing. Hello. Big Bud, Sesame, Big Minge Energy, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. That's a 9 mil melody. Bam, and just say, God damn, this is a dope jam. I'm broad, I'm broad, I'm broader than Broadway. Jess, I am broad. It's Jess, and I'm broad, and I'm broader than Broadway. And I'm diddling, 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 diddling myself. And it feels so good. Your sauce will mix with ours, and we'll make a good goulash, baby. Oh yeah, what time is it? It's time for Get Wood with Just Wood. That's me. Hello. Um all that and a hobo dinner before we got started. I know it's a little early tonight for the live, but it doesn't seem to matter. People are doing what they're doing today. It's a Saturday night. It's the loneliest night of the week according to Frank Sinatra. All right. Let's get started, shall we? We got a big roster ahead of us today. We got the Bonnie, mi amor, Benito, and we have some love stories, laughable love stories. So let's get started, shall we? I left you last Saturday evening, and I went to a gathering. And it's very hard to have a social gathering. Like I don't entertain. I've never enjoyed having people at my apartment. It's not even my apartment. But I don't, now that I'm not in my own apartment, like I'm like, careful. Oh God, is that the rug? Did you stay in the rug? Is that your coffee? Like I can't. I'm way too nervous. So I have anxiety issues. I think we all do. Anyway, so I went out and I was social, and it was really good for me to be social because it really challenges me. Do you feel that? Are you feeling that? I feel like before pandemic, people were more likely to be social, but then everybody got locked in for a few years and nobody is as social anymore. I was always kind of antisocial. If you've been to a party with me before, I hope I was fun, you know? I hope I was fun. So on Sunday, I ended up being able to go to another party and watch the Super Bowl. And I don't care for football, but I care for a lot of food and I care for halftime show. And last year I was working and it's like it was yesterday how fast the fucking year has gone by. But I remember I was working, I was bartending, and we have a TV, but it's usually muted. But I unmuted it for the halftime show for Kendrick, and I was like crip walking all around the restaurant, and there was no one there, so it really didn't matter much. So this year, it was so much more fun to be around a bunch of people. Everybody was really into it. There was a whole bunch of different types of people at the party and a whole bunch of different types of food. Oh, the food. Oh, fucking- I mean, you got to have some good food to come into competition with my canned mussels. She's very classy. That just one. She's quite a classy broad. So the hosts had ordered those sub sandwich, those big ass fucking subs, and one side, one like 6 feet long. Who knows how long these things were? 6 foot sub of Italian, 6 foot sub of American. I don't know what the fuck is the difference. There's a lot of meat packed onto bread. And I chose the Italian because I'm not really liking America right now. So anything other than American, I'll eat. And yeah, there was a lot of meat. Now, the most fun part of this party was probably the getting ready for it because my friend Gary, like the drop on Howard Stern from Richard Simmons, Gary. That's how I say his name every time. I can't not say Gary. So Gary had texted me, and he's a gay gentleman. I have to tell you this because how he texted me, you'll get it. It's not a stereotype, but I'm going to tell you. You'd probably have gotten it before. I wouldn't have had to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyhow. Let's tell you everything. That's what we do here on Get Wood. Get Wood. So he texts me earlier in the day on Sunday and he says to me, by the way, BTW, I'm bringing my baddest, bestest, most competitive print clothing game to the party. Just be warned. Bitch, that's a threat. That's not a, is that a promise or a threat? That shit's a threat. That is a threat. He was threatening me with a print off. Do you understand? You're gonna wear your prints. I'm gonna wear my prints because I had seen him recently. Yes, I'm wagging my finger at you. I had seen him recently at a party, and I had had a lot of prints on. And his boyfriend or his husband, excuse me, married marriage. His husband had seen my pants and he had said to his husband, Gary, oh my God, those pants, Jess Wood's pants, the best pants ever. And Gary was like, no, I have the best pants ever. And then he brought it. You better bring it. It's already been brought in. So he texted me, you better bring your print game. He didn't even tell me. He just said, just be warned. Bitch, that's a threat. So I said, motherfucker. And I fucking printed my print ass print. I had printed underwear. I had printed bra. I had printed leggings. I had printed pants. I had printed undershirt. I had printed long sleeve shirt. I had printed dress over pants over dress. This motherfucker couldn't hide. You can't hide from me. I am the print princess. You cannot hide from me. You cannot win. You will not win this competition. And everyone at the end was like, tiny claps. That's right. Your girl Jess brought it and won that. Gary had no fucking chance in hell in trying to outprint this bitch. What? You can't even get close. Anyway, so then what was the barking? I miss DMX. Then the Super Bowl. So a lot of comedians. It was a comedian and her husband throwing it, and a lot of Gary and his husband. Gary is the comedian, and there were a whole bunch of other comedians. And this one lady comedian who I adore, got real like serious about the halftime show where she was like telling people, listen, she was walking down, it was like a Soul Train line. Like there were people on either side of her in the apartment. It was crowded. So there's people in two, not meaning to be in a Soul Train line, but there it was, just organic. And she's walking through the two lined up bunch of people. And she's going like this. She's going, all right. Everybody's gonna be dancing when halftime, when Bad Bunny comes on. I want everyone up and dancing. Everyone must be dancing. And I was like, I have no problem. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'll show up. I might be not there for that long and I might maybe not be that social, but I will show up and I will dance. And so she's yelling at everybody, you gotta be dancing. And then, like 2 breaths later, she goes, and no conversation. Stop all conversating. I love alcohol on other people. It's funny, isn't it? Sometimes it's funny. So she was kind of like making the announcements. And then she didn't even dance. She told me at the end, because I said to her, hey, Joe, you didn't even dance. What was up? You made all the announcements. You made us all feel like we had to get up and dance. We couldn't conversate. And then you didn't dance. And she goes, they didn't turn it up loud enough for me. They didn't have it. The volume was too low. Okay. Oh, Lil John. Shout out to Lil John. I'm sorry about your son. God damn, he looks good, doesn't he, Lil John? He's like a weightlifter now. Anyway, but I digress. Bad Bunny. Oh my God, Cardi B living her best life because fuck Stefan. And Pedro Pascal, Jessica Alba, Carol G. She had her bush out again. Did you see Carol in her dress? Now, I spoke about her last week, and I don't mean to talk any shit because I do enjoy Carol. I've been listening to her music. Carol, you got nice music. And you know what, Carol? You have a beautiful figure. But you know what else, Carol? Your bush is showing again. Maybe that's her thing. Maybe she's like, you know what? No one's going to remember me. There's so many pop stars. There's so many beautiful pop divas. Maybe I need to just have my bush out every time. And that's going to be my signature brand. Carol G, the bush is back. Okay. So I really enjoyed it, and I did dance the entirety of his show. And we recognized the lady from Williamsburg, and we recognized a couple of the things that were happening. I was like, sugar cane! Like I was screaming out things that I felt like I knew culturally were correct. And I just want everybody to know that everybody should know. We should all know about each other's cultures. We should all know and be curious about who everyone else is and how you living, what? How you living, what? How you living? Like that. You know what I mean? Like, let's be curious about each other. Let's be open to one another and our cultures. It's so stupid, this fucking, they're all gonna, it's all these solar eclipses, they're going. You see my hand back here? It's swimming away like a fish down because it's not gonna last long. It's not gonna last that long. It's imploding on itself as we speak. Love fucking wins. Love wins. I don't give a shit what y'all say, but love is gonna win. And speaking of love, let's talk on some old love in my life. Okay. No, I hung out with my friend the other night and I adore this guy. He's like one of my good friends. He's a neighbor. He's a sweetheart. He's a comic. He's genius. I fucking love him. And as we were parting ways, and we just hung out, he helped me with some stuff that I had to do at the house, like a self-tape. I needed a gentleman's voice. And as we were parting ways, he said to me, I've never been in love. And I said to him, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been in love so many times. But then I started to think about it. Have I? How do we know? I mean, I think I was. I've lived with people. I've lived with them. Does that make love? We've made love. Many times we've made love. Me and said men that I've been with. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. If you're not watching, you're missing my neck. So I have been in love a bunch of times, and I have to tell you, I have had such funny Valentines because my mom did not believe. My mom always was like, "It's a Hallmark holiday, honey. Jesse, it's a Hallmark holiday." And I think, yeah, sure. All of these holidays are Hallmark holidays. The holidays that you and I and my fellow witches and warlocks all celebrate are things that have been pushed away and said were wrong. Like Friday the 13th, yesterday, it's all feminine, all day, all light, lightness, beauty, the feminine power. It's not dark, it's not bad luck. And that's the patriarchy that took that shit and made it that. So all right. So, Hallmark holiday. Sure, mom. But if someone wants to make me a card, what am I going to be? A bitch about it? No, I'm going to take said card. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the first bestest card that I got. I mean, I think we all miss being, and you can please comment on this part. Do we miss being at school just because everyone had to give everyone a Valentine? Like, I kind of thought that was kind of sweet. Like, I wasn't popular at school. And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, yeah, you were. You look cool. You look a cool lady. You're a cool chick. You were cool. Yeah, you're cool. And I was definitely not. Especially as like elementary, bullied. Oh yeah. I was the stinky kid. I was the smelly kid. I had weird food in my lunch bag, and it was a lunch bag that wasn't like from the store. It was actually from the store, like the grocery store, when you would get your groceries, and then my mom would pack it. And then I'd carry this gigantic fucking brown bag with me that was dripping usually because there was some sort of fruit or tofu or some sort of leaking vegetarian situation that was disgusting. And so the only friends that I had in elementary were the bees. The bees hung out with me because they were like, you have some leaky fucking food that we could get attached to. Speaking of bees, this guy made me a Valentine one year, and on the front it said, "Will you be?" And it was a picture of a bee, "My Valentine." And then underneath that, still on the front, it said, "Will you suck?" And then you opened it up and it had a picture of a rooster. Come on. That's creativity. That's called creativity and love. 101 makes let's fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my God, I will suck your cock. Ow. So that was fun. Then I had a one time another boyfriend, he got me a pegging set. A pegging set for Valentine the day. Yeah, and if you don't know what a pegging set is, it's a set that the lady, applies to your own self. It's a lot of belts and buckles and clasps and loops and a dildo as well that will stick off of your vagina, and you will then put it into your partner's ass, and that is a pegging. And I gotta say, I wasn't really a fan of it. I did it a couple of times because he wanted me to do that, and I totally get no judgment. It's like there's a lot of feelers in there in that bunghole, and but it just wasn't good for me. Like if there was something like if there was like a dildo that could like lick you while you were fucking the ass, like that would be fantastic. But no. So then my third and just so delightful Valentine day, Valentine, he was working at a repo. Was it like repo or we come and clean your apartments out when you get kicked out? Kind of the people that have to come and tell you to leave and then they take all your shit outside and they either throw it away or they sell it or whatever. I don't really know what those people are called, but this guy was one of those people. So, and he didn't have a car at the time. So, and I was living in Los Angeles. So one night he said, "Meet me outside. Uh, Catch me outside." And so I did. And he had on his skateboard, rolling it up to me, he had this giant, beautiful ceramic elephant that looked like it could go in like the front of a palace and at Taj Mahal or something. And so it was really gorgeous. But he's like, "Careful, I've been rolling it for 2 miles." I'm like, oh, right? It's a labor. It's a labor of love. It's a lovely labor. And I find that Delightful. I want to also show off my hat today. That is a heart and says cheese in it, also from a lover of mine that he used to call me Cheeser Cheese. I don't really know why. It's one of the many, many nicknames that I've had. Now, listen, when I was called Fry Baby, I understood that's a lot of acid. But cheese, the cheeser, don't know. One guy used to call me Donna because of Cheech and Chong. Donna! And he was a Mexican guy, so he thought that was appropriate. And I really enjoyed it. If you make me laugh, it's halfway there. So, roasts gone bad. I was on a roast last week. I was on a roast. I got invited to roast a friend of ours who's an older gentleman, older white gay gentleman named Danny, and he's spectacular and wonderful. He's an actor. He's a comic. He's fantastic. But I'm not a really good roaster. Like I don't really like to roast. I'm more of a lover than I am a hater. And as I was saying to them, I'm not really a roaster. I'm more of a bubbler. I prefer a bong than a joint. Uh, I'm more of an air fryer. I do like to fry, as we discussed earlier. So I go to this roast and I'm thinking, okay, I don't have any roast jokes, but what could I say to this guy? He's a white guy. He's 70 years old. It was his birthday. So it was his 70th birthday. 70. Ha! So I thought, all right, what would my mom say to this guy about, first of all, revealing his age? That was my mom's biggest thing was like, oh God, no, Jesse, don't ever, never, never, never let him see you sweat. Never let him see your birthday. So I went up and I went up on stage and I just started doing my mom talking to him about his age and about how brave he was and how lovely it was that she was invited to do this roast. But then something weird happened to me. I got like too into her and I couldn't get out. Yeah, I was so deep in character of my mom that her spirit would not leave me. And it threw me really badly on stage. And I had friends there, and they, in real time, were like, what happened to you up there? What happened to you? We've never seen that happen to you before. And I said, let me tell you, I've never had that happen to me before. And it felt really, really scary. Like I was caught in like a Sybil, like a multiple personality, like one of the personalities had just grasped onto me and wouldn't let go. And so I asked a friend of mine who's a medium and she works, with spirit a lot and she hears a lot from my mom and she hears a lot from a lot of things. Shout out to Josie. And she said to me, girl, there's a lot of mimics out there. Mimics. She goes, do you understand what I'm saying? And I was like, you mean like how I mimic your voice and a lot of other people's voice? And she goes, yeah, but they're like not good spirits. They're like coming to like mimic and like get you and like keep you like in a state of like fear. Okay, well, it worked, but fuck those guys or girls or spirit, whatever the fuck they are. Fuck them. So I don't know if you can hear the beeping that's happening from next door, but so I've had a lot of trouble here with noise, right? You guys know, and I appreciate so much, so many people writing to me and telling me they're so sorry about all the noise and oh my gosh, can you go somewhere? And oh, I wish I had a place for you to come and stay. And I just appreciate you all so much. You're sweet lovers. Uh, so I do this on a Saturday now because there's so much construction. There's drilling going on in the walls on my south side of the apartment, and now they're renovating the other side of my apartment. The north side walls are all getting renovation on the apartment, and the renovators leave for the weekend, which is nice. So I don't have to get woken up at 8:30 or 9 a.m. with the banging on a Saturday or Sunday. However, some alarm has been tripped next door at said apartment where there is no one until Monday or maybe Tuesday because Monday's a holiday. This alarm is a beeping and it's so loud that it penetrates me. It's not that good, but it penetrates through the wall in my bedroom, through the wall in my bathroom. I've got my sound machines on. I've got white noise going. I feel like I'm in a therapist's office and I don't want anyone to hear what I'm saying to my clients. But no, it's because I can't handle the fucking beeping. So I remember one time I had told my mom that I had just learned this beautiful idea in my Buddhist practice in my class where they had said, if there's something happening that's disruptive, a sound, especially, or an emotion that you're having, that you welcome it instead of because the resistance makes it grow. So you welcome it. Welcome anger, welcome upset, welcome jealousy, welcome beeping, right? So I told my mom, and at the time, she was having some beeping going on in her hallway of her apartment. So she said, Jesse, I don't know. There's a beeping going on. It's driving mama mad. And like, she calls herself mama. It's driving mama mad. And I said, Mom. And I told her the whole Buddhist thing. And I said, welcome. I said, let's try it. Why don't you welcome the beeps? So she said, all right. I'll humor you, hon. And she goes, and I can hear the beeping, And she goes, oh, welcome, you fucking beeping. And that went out the window. So I thought, is misophonia, yeah, the thing with the noises, is that hereditary? Because I feel like I got it from the lady. That fucking beeping. All right. So and I only have 3 minutes left. I know it goes so fast because we just have the best time. But hear what I'm going to do. Hear what I'm going to do. My last 3 minutes. My album recording. I'm doing a live album recording in New York City on Sunday, March 1st. And the tickets now are live online. You can get them. But I know a lot of you are out of the state, out of the city, and some out of the country. So what I want to do and what I've done is I have made a link for the live streaming that you can buy a ticket for. So if you are out of New York City area and you would like to come, not come, don't come, but if you're out of the New York City area and you would like to watch my live album recording about damn time on Sunday, the 1st of March, then I want you to go to tickets.frigid, that's F as in Frank, RIGID.NYC. Tickets.frigid.nyc. About damn time. You tap on the date and it'll bring up 2 options. One option for in-person, one option for online streaming. It is a ticket sale. I appreciate you supporting me and spending a ticket on a streaming show, but it is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. I've been working so hard. I want to show you, if you're not on, if you're only on audio right now, what I'm doing is I'm showing the video, my set list, which I've written on a giant cardboard, Allah, not Allah, but Allah, like said, I don't know. What is Allah? What is Allah? Allah, rock stars, you know? When rock stars make a set list, they usually have it on a big like cardboard thing or a big construction paper thing, and it's down on the ground and they've got maybe a couple of them cut out and they're looking and fucking rocking. Guess what? I also rock, and I can't wait to rock your fucking socks off. And now there's more drilling. Well, I gotta go. It's been grand. It's been It's been good. It's been grand. I wish I could shake all your hands. I say, I say, let him go. You are spectacular to show up for me. And I hope that you have gotten a couple of giggles from the show. And I hope that you feel like you are a part of my zeitgeist, because you are. And I make sure that I show up every Saturday for you, no matter what. Because tonight I have a show and that's why I have to go. I got a show, so I gotta go. Last night I had a show also. I got a show again on Tuesday. I'm making my rounds, babes, because practicing and having your muscles, stand up muscles being real worked and juiced, it really does help. It really does help. So I thank you for showing up for me here. And I'm so excited for you to buy your streaming ticket for my show, my live album recording, which will be available to buy on iTunes. I know. And listen, don't pay any attention to any of this bullshit negativity that's happening in this world right now. You fight it with love, you fight it with your community, you fight it with your heart, okay? And if you can, go somewhere that's nice, like a naturey patch, a grass or a beach or a something dirt. And if you can't, then just get into maybe a tub or something. It's really important to ground right now because it's so crazy. And the earth is having such a hard time. Argaia, she's going through solar flares and timeline shifts and all kinds of crazy frequencies. So please be gentle with yourself. And that way you could be gentle with others. And that way we could all get along. Remember when he said that? Anyway, I love you so much for watching. I love you so much for listening. And I think you're the bee's knees. And if no one else told you, you could be my Valentine. Okay. Okay. Don't fuck with Cardi B. She's got the spirit on her side. You see that, right? Santa Maria. Anyway, I love you and I'll talk to you later and have a great day. Have a great week. And be good to yourself, be good to each other. If you're not doing anything wrong, you're killing it. You're not hurting yourself, you're not hurting anybody else, you're fucking killing it. So take it from me. Just feel your feelings go. Love you. Talk to you next week. Okay. And please comment on what I asked you to comment on and write to me and let me know. Slide into them DMs, yo. Love you, bye. Yes, yes.